Hey everyone, it's Amethyst Snakes and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another speed build video, and this time around it's one of the many collaborations that I will hopefully be making this year. And so in saying that, welcome to my first collaboration video for the year 2022. So my first collaboration is a cozy winter collab hosted by the Stream Shed. So the Stream Shed is a community and they're one of the most friendliest, kindest and welcoming people I have ever met, and I'm so glad I did. I just happened to come across to one of their streams one day, and as someone who still is nervous and shy interacting on Twitch chat, they really did make me feel welcome, so I'm very thankful to have met them. So one day they were talking about a winter collab that they're doing and hosting, and when they were talking about it, I wanted to express interest, but I was hesitant at first, but only for like less than 5 minutes. Just because I was nervous that I might not have a good idea to build for their collab. Then I thought, why not just go for it? So I expressed interest and they sent me their Discord server so I could sign up. Speaking of which, the Stream Shed is actually the first Discord server I ever joined. So cut to me doing a voiceover on a speed build video I made for it. So let's finally talk about the build itself. At first, what I wanted to do for the cozy winter collab was actually a park, a winter park. I was imagining it to be in Henford-on-Bagley, and the winter park would be located in their town square. And I wasn't imagining a big park as well. I was imagining it as small and it's more cozy. Something that the locals, or somewhere that the locals and tourists can visit, chill and relax after a day of touring Henford-on-Bagley or after they've done some grocery shopping. But as you can totally see on the video, I completely scrapped that idea and did a 180. So the residential home that you're seeing on your screens is somehow a modern conversion of a barn house. So I've named this residential as the Pinecone Barnhouse. You will see why I've named it the Pinecone Barnhouse later on when we get into the interiors. So the Pinecone Barnhouse is in a 40 by 30 lot in the world of Windenburg. So we are currently in the crumbling Isle of Windenburg, which is considered to be an exclusive neighborhood, and it's a private island right next to the bluffs. And the lot where I'm building this on was originally the lighthouse, which is the family home of the Bjergsen family, who I obviously evicted, then bulldozed their lot. So sorry, Bjergsen family. Now the Pinecone Barnhouse is worth 160,221 simoleons, and I have given it the lot traits of convivial, great soil, and homey. So how did this idea came to be? Well, after scrapping the idea of making a winter park in Henford-on-Bagley, I then had a vision of a young, creative couple who are expecting. They found an old barn house, they bought the barn house, and they wanted to renovate it. And the result would obviously be a modern barn house conversion. So I'd like to think that they kept the original exterior sliding and roofs, but obviously refurbished it, and the same goes for the interior, where they would have kept some of the original flooring and walls. So the inspiration of the barnhouse was again courtesy of Pinterest. There was a site called Country Living Magazine, which I will remember to link it down below. And the barnhouse which I'm basing my one on is an actual barnhouse in the US. And with the few images that they had of the barnhouse in the site, it was enough for me to completely fall in love with its exterior and interior, and basically enough for me to try and want to recreate it in The Sims as best as I could. So in regards to the exterior of the house, I recreated the porch with a fireplace, the horizontal and vertical sliding of the exterior wall of the house, the blue accent on the actual exterior of the house, so in the roofs and windows, the barn doors decorated with wreaths, as well as the lighting. And I had to improvise with the barn doors and actually use dividers just to represent them, but just with a slightly darker color than the sliding to make it pop out. Now, in regards to the interior, they only really showed pictures of an open plan space. So a living and dining area with a fireplace right down the middle at the end of the room. And again, that was another thing that got me hooked and pulled me in to try and recreate it. I really liked and obviously kept the warmer wood tone throughout the house, and the stark contrast of it when compared to the lighter interior of the kitchen. So I tried to recreate that in The Sims as best as I could. And then I also made use of the platforms throughout the house. To me, it just gave it a bit more personality, and that despite being an open plan, there's still a sense of separation between the different areas. And I also like to think that the platforms separate the original part of the house to the modern part of the house. So, for example, the entrance hallway kept the original flooring, but as soon as they step up the platform towards the formal living and dining area, the flooring had been refurnished to tiles. And then they also showed a glimpse of a mudroom, which I ended up furnishing as a laundry, an office space which was adjacent to the kitchen, and it was separated by a sliding barn door. And to me, in the picture, it seemed like it was kept open the whole time. So again, with the use of the dividers, I recreated that to represent the barn doors of this house. And then I also really love how they positioned their furniture in their formal living and dining, so I tried to recreate that too. And again, it was one of the things that drew me into the barnhouse in the first place, so I knew that I had to somehow incorporate that into the build. And since it's a cozy winter collab, I had to decorate it with Christmas decorations. I'd like to think that this couple loves Christmas, so I gave them 2 Christmas trees because why not? And I also decorated their house with lots of garlands, lots of pine cones, hence the name Pinecone Barnhouse. So from here on out, I had to imagine what the rest of the house might look like. What other rooms might this barnhouse have? And there were lots of footage edited out because it was mostly me doing some sort of a trial and error in regards to the floor plan. And it took me so long to find a floor plan that I was happy with. And one of the things I wanted for this build was to have a mezzanine area where the master bedroom will be. So I was struggling on where I could place the stairs because sometimes it wouldn't allow me to place it in a particular spot because it was cutting on the walls or the roofs. Until finally I managed to find a position for the stairs that I was happy with. And then, because they only really showed a glimpse of the office space, I imagined the couple sharing the office space. It is huge enough to fit 2 desks, and I wanted to portray that they're creative. They love to stream. The wife is a budding painter, and I tried to show that throughout the house. So you'll see paintings all around the house, and I'd like to imagine that she was the one who painted them, and her husband wanted to decorate the house with them. She loves to read, so I gave her a mini bookcase in their office space with a high back chair near the window. The husband loves to play the guitar. Both of them love music and love collecting figurines. I'd also like to think that they both love skiing and snowboarding. So now, let me tell you what rooms, or I guess facilities, the Pinecone Barnhouse has. So it has a little entrance hallway, and the middle of the barnhouse you will find the grandiose fireplace straight in the middle at the end of the room, and it overlooks the formal living and dining area. And on the left hand side of the barnhouse there is a long corridor leading to a black and white bathroom, which again is inspired by another picture I saw on Pinterest. And I wanted it to be modern, so I literally searched up modern bathroom interiors on Pinterest. And there was a bathroom with black tiles for the flooring and white tiles in the walls, and I liked the look so much that I wanted this build to have it. So in this video I only showed myself furnishing one bathroom, but the other bathroom had more or less the same design, furniture, and decoration, and it's located on the right hand side of the house. Now, there is also a nursery room on the left hand side of the barnhouse, and it's obviously to fit in with my vision, my imagination of this young couple expecting. And obviously, if you do decide to download this build, you can totally turn this room into something else. A toddler's room, a kid's room, teen room, even a guest room. Basically, whatever you want. And next thing I will be furnishing is a mini entertainment living room. And this entertainment living room, it's really quite simple. It's casual. You can put your feet up. It's, simple and casual when you compare it to their formal living and dining area. Just a place for them to chill, to watch TV, to play some games. And then at the end of this corridor, on the left hand side of the barnhouse, you will find a conservatory, which I really wanted them to have. And I've placed lots of planters inside. So again, in my head, I'm thinking that they do also quite like gardening, especially because they're located in this particular area. And the conservatory would open up to a mini garden with vertical planters, more of the mini planters that I ended up using in the conservatory, and I've given them a bee box as well. And then I really debated on whether or not I would give them a cow or llama shed, but I decided against it because it was just too big, and I wanted the mini garden to be somewhat visible from the front, but not so much. So I went for something small instead. So I decided on giving them a chicken coop. Then on the right hand side of the barnhouse, obviously you'll find the kitchen and the office space, as well as another bathroom and a mudroom / laundry room. And the mudroom actually opens up to their outdoor entertaining area because, again, why not? They literally have the space for it. and then the porch with the fireplace is also on the right hand side of the lot. And I wanted to have the outdoor entertaining area and the porch on this side of the lot because they would be overlooking the ocean and basically the wonderful scenery Winterberg has to offer. And of course, I had to decorate it with Christmas fairy lights and Christmas garlands. And last but not least, we obviously have the master bedroom in the mezzanine area, literally overlooking their formal living and dining area. And what I quite like about this master bedroom is I gave them a mini sofa at the foot of their bed. So in my head, I can see them chatting, drinking coffee, snuggling with one another, enjoying each other's company while the light streams through the windows of their living or dining area, or just watching the snowflakes fall during winter. I find it really cozy. That's why I gave them a mini sofa. So you'll see me doing a bit of landscaping next, and I'm not even gonna lie, I absolutely loved doing the landscape for this build. It felt so therapeutic. I felt like I was painting, and for some reason I actually knew how I wanted it to look. So I loved doing some terrain manipulating around the porch and at the back of the actual house, just decorating the trees and the shrubs, putting them around the pond, terrain painting all over the backyard and front area, and really going to town with all the grass I found on the debug menu, even using tool to put them at the right level. I also gave them a yacht because it fits the whole vibe of them living right next to the ocean. And of course, I had to decorate the front facade of the house with some ivy and Christmas decorations. I also gave them a fountain area, which is hidden from view by the trees and shrubs I've placed in front of it. But I still wanted that area to be playable, so they can play chess over there, since I've actually put a chess table. And they can also sit, relax, and enjoy nature, since I've placed a bench over there as well. But we are nearing the end of the video. You'll just see me landscaping the front area of the house, but please do stay till the end. As usual, I've got some shots of the house towards the end of the video. You'll also see the official logo, which was beautifully made by Jessie_Lock, and the list of collaborators who worked on this collab. So thank you to the Stream Shed for allowing me to participate in this collaboration, and I absolutely enjoyed it. I loved it, and I really can't wait to do more future collabs with you. And to everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please don't forget to like and comment, and of course subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on to the next one. Thank you. Goodbye.